Dr. Ashley Denmark is a practicing family physician whose passion is to educate children about all of the career opportunities open to them and to promote diversity in medicine. In addition, she is also a children's book author. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having me.
I've been really excited to talk to you when I knew that you were coming on the show, just because I think this is so great. I think you have such a great story and what you're now doing with your life in terms of like broadening your work to include children's books. So let's kind of at least set the stage and tell us a bit about yourself in terms of being a doctor and your story.
Well, I grew up in Janice, Missouri. I'm the youngest of oldest two children, and ever since I was 7 years old, I wanted to become a physician. And at the time, I was not aware that there were not a lot of black doctors, and so I was just committed to becoming a physician. And so I set out on this journey that I didn't know what would bring to me. But along the way, I've done different things, from working in the mall, working at CVS, to become a physician, but I finally just achieved that goal about 4 years ago.
Oh my gosh, congratulations.
Thank
on
you,
that.
thank you.
So here you are back in St. Louis, you're practicing medicine.
Yes, I am.
And then you also said, let me write a children's book. Tell me about that.
Well, my daughter Olivia, she had brain surgery when she was 3 years old. Unexpectedly, she had a ruptured vessel, and so she had to have that removed. She's perfectly fine now. But through that experience, she always wanted to know, what was mommy doing at work when I wasn't at home? And so we would have these conversations about the different doctors I interact with, my patients. And so she said, we should write a book about it. And that kind of inspired me to kind of say, you know what, we should. And so from there, we kind of did this project together.
Okay, so tell us about the book. We've got a graphic of the cover of the book. This is geared towards, this is a children's book.
It's a children's book. It's called Olivia's Doctor Adventures, and it's designed to give children a first look into the field of medicine and inspire to become physicians. We tackle topics about different types of doctors, from anesthesiology to neurology, orthopedic surgeon, just a wide variety to let them know that you can become a doctor. And it's very important in these formative years that you give them that encouragement to remind them of that.
I mean, and it's interesting because there was a time, I think, when I was growing up, when you were growing up, where you didn't see, besides Dr. Huxtable or something on TV.
That's true.
And unless you knew within your family, or if you were seeing a doctor who was a doctor of color, an African-American doctor, you just didn't necessarily have it on the media side. So in this case, now we have Doc McStuffins on TV. You're starting to see it a bit more. But when you think back to when you were a little girl, I mean, how important is it for children, do you see, to have that kind of that vision, to have examples to look up to?
It's so important that they see someone that looks like them actually doing these roles. And so that's why I feel like it's important to have a book like Olivia Doctor Adventures, so that they can see themselves in the books they read and know that this is a possibility. I think sports and entertainment are great narratives and great things to encourage our children too, but let's broaden that kind of spectrum and include that, yes, you can become a doctor or OBGYN or a neurologist. I think we have to start having these conversations now.
And I think what's interesting with what you've done is you've really focused too on specialties, which isn't something that you see. We use the rhetoric a lot. You should be a doctor, strive to be a doctor. But when you actually, as you've experienced, get into whether you're applying to medical school or when you get into specialties, you might not know how to navigate if I want to be a dermatologist or an ENT or a cardiologist.
Or you may not be even aware that that's a possibility, because I know as a child growing up, I just said, I want to be a pediatrician, because it's all I ever saw. And so when I got to college and started learning about family medicine, I was like, I want to do this now. But again, we have to start exposing them to these opportunities so they know that this is a possibility for them.
That's fantastic. Where can people get the book?
It is on Amazon.com and also on our website, www.oliviadoctoradventures.com.
All right, well, that's a great pitch to our full screen graphic right there. It's Olivia's Doctor Adventures. As Dr. Denmark pointed out, you can learn more about the book and purchase it at oliviasdoctoradventures.com. When you're seeing those Instagram handles there, Black Girl Books Matter, Olivia's Doctor Adventures, and Project Diversified Medicine. We're actually going to get into the details of that, because there's more than just the book. Dr. Denmark has a lot going on, and we're going to learn a bit more about it. So stay with us. We're going to have more STL Live right after this.